And from on this, political analyst Ali Demirdas joins us from Atlanta, Georgia. So always a pleasure seeing you. So firstly, this food agreement that we've been talking about, it's an important food deal considering the shortages some parts of the world are seeing. Any doubts it will hold?
Yeah, I believe the wheat deal is extremely important. It has literally saved much of the world from going hungry and starvation. After the deal, the wheat prices in stock markets have dropped. It shows actually how important the deal was. Of course, there are doubts whether the deal is going to hold. Uh, as far as I'm concerned, there are those who do not want the Ukrainian crisis to come to a peaceful end. Those people or those entities are going to do everything to their power to sabotage the process.
Reports the United Nations had to make a parallel deal with Russia to make the food deal happen in exchange for sanctions, relief on Moscow. Do you think Russia can be compromised with for more cash?
Um, I think it is the other way around. Europe, especially the European Union, is much worse of position than Russia. As we have seen, Europe this winter is going to be very difficult for the European Union, and I believe the European Union, not Russia, is going to have to come to a compromising situation with regards to the problem.
Speaking of compromises, let's look at this the issue of Finland and Sweden's interest in joining NATO. President Erdogan said Turkey is still waiting for Sweden and Finland to respond to the country's extradition requests. Are those Nordic countries stalling, you think, or do you see Turkey eventually getting what it's asking for?
Turkey, I believe Turkey is going to get what it wants in the in the long run. But what is happening with regards to Finland and Sweden is, I believe, certain circles in Washington are pressing Sweden and Finland to not, come to a compromise with vis-a-vis Turkey. The situation between Turkey and Sweden and Finland is not actually between those countries. It is between Turkey and the United States. Turkey wants the NATO members overall, all 31 of them, to respect Ankara's security, concerns in the Middle East, and we are going to see if this is going to hold.
You bring up an interesting point. This month, we saw PKK, YPG supporters hold demonstrations in Stockholm. Conversely, that's not something ISIS can do. So then, are the Nordic countries, are Sweden and Finland, and the West, the US you mentioned, serious about addressing Turkey's concerns?
They will have to be serious. I mean, we are not in a world where the West is dominant, where the US is the sole superpower. We are in a world that the West has to come to the realization that the world is not a unipolar, Western oriented or Western, oriented political system. Therefore, as long as Turkey is resolute in its demands vis-a-vis the NATO allies, the NATO allies will have to, listen to Ankara's concerns. Because I have always said this: without Turkey, NATO is powerless. Without Turkey, NATO is powerless. Therefore, they will have to make a decision between getting pounded by the Russian aggression or being saved by Turkey's contribution to the NATO, Turkey's contribution to the NATO alliance.
Well, let's quickly look at this Greece and Turkey relations. Greece is urging the US Congress not to sell F 16 fighter jets to Ankara. But it was just last month, I believe, that President Joe Biden said that he supported the sale of these fighter jets to Turkey. How much sway you think does Greece have over this decision-making process?
Um, Greece, I mean, when we look at this situation, Greece and Turkey need to resolve their own differences. What is Athens doing is the Mitsotakis, the Prime Minister Mitsotakis, is going to Congress and complain about Turkey and ask for help from Washington, from Congress. It is not going to help Greece. It is not going to help the United States. There's one thing that is important here. The US needs Turkey to counter Russia. The US needs Turkey to be effective in a broader Eurasian geopolitical arena. Therefore, I don't think Greece is going to have a sway over Washington whether or not the F-16s are going to be delivered. And in an ironic way, whereas Greece is trying to prevent Turkey from getting F-16s, Athens has been asking Washington to receive F-35s, which makes no sense when it comes to the Turkish-Greek relations.
All right, political analyst Ali Demirdas, always appreciate your perspective. Thank you.